Hey there, it's Fabienne Fredrickson from boldheart.com. Today I spent the day, a really powerful day actually, with a couple dozen of my Bold Heart business members. And these folks are people who are gearing for six figures. They are on track and going for it. And we were discussing the fact that they need to maximize their time to work on money generating activities and put a pause button on everything else so they can reach six figures. And we talked about some very important exponential growth things that they can work on. And you know, some of those things are outside of your comfort zone because magic happens only outside of your comfort zone. And one of our wonderful members said, Fabienne, if I'm being honest, that thing you just talked about has been on my list for years, but I can't take that bold move just yet. I'm waiting to feel more confident. And I looked at her and I said, so how long have you been waiting? She's like, quite a while. And I said to her, you know, the confidence does not just show up one day. It just doesn't. While most people are waiting to take bold action before they feel more confident, the formula is actually quite the opposite. To feel more confident, I told her, you need to be bolder in your life. It's a muscle, right? It's the more bold moves you make, and this is one of the things I teach my children, is the more bold moves you make, the more confident you feel about yourself. Whether you succeed at that bold move or not, it strengthens this muscle that eventually makes you more confident. And she just sat there and she listened to me and she said, so all these years, I've been waiting for the confidence train to show up before taking bold moves, and it was never going to show up unless I took the bold move. And I said, yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. And so I think that she started thinking about how much further along she would have been if she started making those bold moves before, even with fear and all. And I started thinking about you, and maybe you're trying to get to six figures. Maybe you're already at six figures, you want to get to 250, 500, 750, or maybe a million in the next 12 to 18 months. And perhaps you know exactly what will take you there. Maybe you need to do a summit, publish a book, get on stage. Maybe you need to raise your rates, create a multiple year program, create some joint venture partnerships. You know exactly what it is, but it feels really bold to get out there in a big way, let people know that you exist, take up more room in your industry and things like that. Maybe you too have been waiting to be more confident to do those things. I'm here with a message today, and this message is that you won't get more confident unless you start taking the bold moves. It's actually what is required. It's not about just kind of waiting around for it to fall on your lap. It doesn't work that way. And so I want to ask you today to think about that thing that you've been waiting to do until you didn't have the fear. What is that thing? Name it. And if you know that it's a money generating activity, or if you know that it's an exponential growth activity, ask yourself, how much longer am I willing to wait to take action on that thing? And what if I decided to be bold even if I didn't feel confident? What would happen? What are the consequences of you really getting out there and doing things boldly? And how would that make a change, a difference in my life, in my business, in my income, in my growth, in my impact around the world? And am I willing to put aside my fears and my feeling of discomfort and self-doubt and just go for it anyway, like a bold heart? What would be good about that? That's the question I want you to ask yourself today. And then, if it feels right, go for it. Do not wait for that confidence train. It isn't coming. It's only going to show up once you take the bold moves again and again and again. Right? So that's your thought, your inspiration for the day. Really want you to think about this over the coming week and then decide to take bolder action, whatever that is for you. Okay? That's your assignment for the week. Your inspiration. Lots of love to you.